Envy on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant.
Absolutely, yeah, hello.
That clang you heard there isn't Karl.
No.
Karl's away. It's Sturgess.
Claire Sturgess is here.
Yeah.
You'll know her from the Claire Sturgess show, but we know her from our early days on XFM,
Yeah.
and, you know, we're good friends.
It's sort of like old times, isn't it? And Karl is had a little surprise birthday present.
What's the story with this, Claire? Because I don't know about this.
Do you know, I came in on Monday expecting to see his little smiley face, as usual, and it's always not here.
Yeah.
What do you mean? So, apparently his girlfriend had surprised him and dragged him off to the Caribbean for a week.
Wow.
No, Canaries, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
He likes the Caribbean, he likes the crabs.
Yes. Yeah. I thought he was bored of the Caribbean. I thought he didn't enjoy it last time.
No, he loved it, didn't he?
No, I don't think he did enjoy the
it's
crabs.
Tunisia he didn't like.
Right. He's been travelling, hasn't he?
I know, yeah.
He gets
He
about.
didn't like Tunisia because there's flies the size of matchboxes.
Of course.
And, and midgets in the kitchen. No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Midges or midgets?
Midgets, he said.
Right.
In
It
the
was
kitchen.
midgets.
He wasn't saying anything bad, he said that there were lots of midgets in there.
Lots of midgets in the
And
kitchen.
I thought it was, he'd gone away to some sort of, like, theme holiday.
Yeah.
But, no, this is, I think, Gran Canaria, or the Canaries, or whatever it's
And
called.
how old is Karl?
30.
Is he 30? Is this
30
the big
last
3?
week, I think, yeah.
Oh, so it was actually a birthday present. Oh, I
Yeah.
see,
It's a
big
right.
deal.
Yeah.
Okay, I just
So,
thought,
but that's alright.
So have you got a competition that you can regale us with, Claire? Because obviously Karl provides a lot on this show.
Hold on. We could do White Van Claire.
White Van Claire.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with this? We ask
No.
you questions, topical questions, just
Okay.
getting your opinion really on the week's news.
Okay, yeah.
It's on the
If you
spot.
look forward to that.
But you know I'm a little bit, you know.
A little bit simple. That's
well,
fine.
just a little bit, you know.
What?
I always sit on the fence. Don't
Oh,
I?
right.
Well, don't
You
sit on the
see-
fence.
You
This
see,
is
the
the
worst
time-
thing there was she was saying I'm a little bit like, you know, liberal or
I was
undecided,
no, I
and
was
you
got-
went simple.
Yeah.
You
Well,
assumed.
I didn't know. I thought I'm a little bit, coked up? I don't know. Who knows? It's Sturgess. Anything could be possible.
But the other thing is with Karl, we didn't know how good value Karl was until we asked him sort of intelligent
this is
questions.
true enough, yeah.
Because he looks quite intelligent.
Well, this
doesn't
is
he?
it. I mean,
So
the thing with you, Claire, is I don't think we've probed you enough. We don't know what, you know,
You
your views
haven't
are on a lot
probed
of
me
things.
enough,
But we
actually,
don't know what
Steve,
your
no.
views are, you know? This is what I'm saying. We
Yeah.
don't know where you stand. I mean, don't sit on the fence. This is the new Claire Sturgess.
Yeah.
All right? We're
Yeah,
going to delve deep,
dynamic.
find a personality in there, Claire.
Let's go back
All
to
right.
the old days. How about a bit of the Smiths?
That was beautiful, Rick.
Go on.
Oh, you've been practicing.
Smiths. Cemetery Gates. It's a lovely tune,
Hmm.
lovely song. There's one bit that worries me about it. It's sort of like a teacher warning. It goes, you must contrive prose and poems, and the words you use should be your own. Don't plagiarise or take on loan. It's sort of like, what are you telling us that for?
Yeah.
Sort of like
yeah.
a lot of people there going, thanks, Morris. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, that's not mine. That's Wordsworth. Right, I'm going to write my own.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
Queen is Dead, though, one of the great album
It's
titles.
not my favourite album. It was voted best album.
But
of
the
all
Smiths,
time
what
by-
I love about the Smiths, they just seem to get, like, the Smiths is just a
that's done,
brilliant
isn't it?
name.
Yeah.
Don't you think it just captures everything about
Yeah.
them? You know.
We've got a thing about bad.
Bad, yeah. Well, I was watching VH1 Classic Smooth last night, and I love it. Absolutely. Sade always on. You can always get a bit of Sade. But Foreigner were on.
Oh yeah. I've been waiting.
Yeah. And well, I don't know which. I can't remember which tune it was, but the album I noticed it came from, classy album title, Agent Provocateur.
Oh.
It makes my skin crawl.
But I also
From the album Agent Provocateur.
I imagine there's a band called Agent Provocateur, and they're from Wigan. It's a girl singer. She's 35 in a tight dress, and it's 4 blokes with ponytails.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Doing covers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Here's what you may remember.
They play a wedding. They go, we're not doing a wedding again. There was people. There was cake being trodden in. There was kids.
Children were just sliding across the parquet floor. They weren't listening to the music.
Well, we've got a gig at the Marquee coming up soon.
Yeah.
It's endless guest list, £5 in.
Agent Provocateur. If your band's Agent Provocateur or Agent Provocateur.
Have you ever been in a band?
Yeah.
Called Agent? Yeah.
But that's got to be one of the, because it's not. I don't know what that title says. I don't imagine Foreigner. I've got that sense of intrigue and.
Well, one of the worst names. Right, okay. To pal. Right, it's the worst. Let's start worst album titles. Okay, I'll kick off with To Pal, Bridge of Spies.
Oh, Bridge of Spies. Is that the one that featured China in Your Hand?
I assume so. I don't think I did too many.
Bridge of Spies.
Who did
Bridge
this
of
album?
Spies.
Who did this album? Beggar on a Beach of Gold.
Beggar on a Beach of Gold. It's got the likes of Collins written all over it, but I know it's not
very
Collins.
close. Mechanics.
Mike and the Mechanics,
Yeah.
of course.
I don't know what that means.
Good old Mike
He's
and
a beggar on the beach of gold. Just look around, there's some money.
Yeah, what
he's
does that mean?
saying, don't be a tramp, there's some money there,
gold,
mate.
I
I don't know what it means.
I think it means that everyone else is rich, but he's still poor.
Yeah. Actually, I like it. Yeah.
Oh, it's a bit deep for me, Steve.
Maybe you just need a little asterisk at the corner and then a little explanation at the bottom of the record cover. I'm thinking about this. I'm not quite sure what it means. Oh, he's very
Nice
poor
one.
emotionally.
Chumbawamba.
Well, you know what can I?
Uneasy listening.
Yes. I bet it was from the Chumbas. Are they still cracking on? Are they? Because
I
I think they
think
used to
so.
live in a squat.
They've done about 400 albums. Them and the Levellers.
Yeah.
Who's the best? Chumbawamba or the Levellers?
So good question. Thanks for asking that.
Yeah. What's the telephone number, Claire?
It's 08700 800 1234.
Or you can email ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Worst album titles ever.
It's like real radio.
It's
isn't
just like Chris Moyles.
it is, isn't it?
Exactly.
Oh.
We got the big fat guys on the telly.
Yeah.
In here. You know,
I
and
would too as
his
well?
kind of cheeky sidekick.
Am I Comedy Dave?
You're almost as funny as Moyles. Fingers crossed one day.
Right, Sturgess, you've brought in a record, haven't you? What are you going to play?
Well,
What's
no,
this
I
all
just
about?
wanna, do you know what like a bootleg is, Ricky?
Oh, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? Oh,
Yeah,
I've snapped a lot of them up on white label.
Yeah,
go on.
okay. Well, no, this is quite a good one that Ian Baker bought in the other day.
Sure.
It's a bit of Dre, a bit of Snoop Dogg,
Oh, yeah.
mixed in with Crowded House. I thought you'd love it.
Hold on.
intrigued.
The juxtaposition there is exciting in itself.
That's true enough. Play it.
The weather episode, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Crowd House, I love that.
Enjoyable.
That
Yeah.
works for me, Steve.
Yeah,
What do you
it's good
think?
stuff. No, it was nice.
Well,
I
she
liked it.
started off all right. Should we give her one more go?
I like a round of applause for Claire Sturgess.
Yeah, that's
good effort.
brilliant. No, that's excellent, that. I love that.
Rick, the phone. Oh, it's just gone. The phone, no, I tell you, the phone board had lit up there. Gervais.
Really?
There was a call buzzing through on call.
A call came through.
A call came through on line 1.
Yeah.
And Sturgess missed it. Karl would never have missed that. He
Oh.
knows how valuable they are.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was probably someone with an amusing album title.
I know, I
We
did
missed
get
it,
one,
yeah.
Steve. I did
What was
get
it?
one. Do you
Someone
want to
came
hear
through?
it?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, this is from Al, who says that, what about this? H to H-E, who am the only one.
Sorry, H
To H-E,
H-E.
who am the only one.
I don't know what it means.
No. Van de Graaff generator.
Oh, well, no wonder. That's a thing that one of those things at the museum that you wind up and you touch and it makes your hair stand on end.
Yeah.
That's the scientific thing, isn't it?
Sure.
I've given up, Steve.
Yeah, no,
Do you know,
I
that
noticed,
didn't really
I
make me
noticed.
laugh either.
I'll be
so-
honest, I'm thinking that the whole kind of amusing album titles thing we should abandon.
I thought that as I said it.
To be honest with you, I thought it was easier than this. I mean, Chris Moyles makes it work, that kind of crazy comedy
Okay, let's try
radio
another.
magic. But obviously, and I don't think our listeners are into that stuff. I just don't think they can be bothered to get to the phone. I don't think a lot of them are able. I think a lot of them are, you know,
Do you remember
still kind of smacked up.
Do you remember when we spent about 3 hours trying to get to the Chris Moyle show?
Vaguely, yeah. What was the
He
the
was
reason?
doing this competition, and it was song titles with golf, about golf. Like, so we go like Drive, the cars. And at that, and I was getting so excited. I wanted to phone up and go, Duran, golfy, golf. And I just thought, it might have lasted, oh God,
Yeah,
it
we
probably cost me
spent
about
ages.
30 quid just to ruin Chris Moyles' competition.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, those were the
Before I
days when we realised, you know, he was a great talent and one to watch.
Yeah.
Before we'd enjoyed his new TV show.
But, anyway.
Yeah.
Let's not.
No, that's
Slag
cheap.
people
It's
off.
cheap. It's cheap.
Yeah.
Anyway, what should we talk about now then? Because that all went well. No, I mean that's 20 minutes. That's 20 minutes done, and we've nailed amusing album titles. We've done that. That's fine. So we need a new gimmick now.
I'll tell you what. You know.
You've got something, you've got something, you've got something. Oh, Ricky's got something
You
here.
know when
Here
you
he
go
comes.
out, you take an umbrella
You
out,
leave the
right?
house, you've got an
Right,
umbrella,
you go umbrella, right?
Yeah.
And it's a really sunny day.
Yeah.
And then you come out and you go, oh,
I wish
God.
I hadn't bothered with that because it's in the way.
But then, right, imagine when you go out, right?
It's
and
raining. It's raining.
No.
No.
You go out without an umbrella.
Okay.
And then it rains.
Oh,
What's going on there?
Oh,
Isn't that
no.
weird, isn't it?
We've
when
all
you-
been there,
So
we've all
phone
been
if
there.
you've got, like, funny, weird observations of things that happen, like that.
Yeah, stuff like that about umbrellas or any kind of sort of accessory or hat.
What's the number out again, Claire? This is going to be brilliant.
This is going to be great.
Take this one. Take this one.
08700 800 1234.
Just comedy observations
Yeah,
and
stuff
things
you
that we...
thought of. Wacky stuff you thought of. Just tell us what stuff you come up with. Get the Sony people on the phone. This is dynamite.
Positivity.
Absolutely.
They could always do a good chorus, couldn't they?
They could indeed.
I think we could play Pink. Is that really way out? You're saying that it'd
Pink?
be wrong?
You can
yeah.
play Pink.
I like that new one.
Yeah, but whether or not it's in the
coming
building.
up, so
No,
you
not that
better
one.
get the party started. Do you know who that's written by? Do you know who that's
I'm
written
trying
by?
to call the nurse, but she's being a little bitch.
This will be interesting. You know, let's get the party started. I'm coming up.
Yeah.
You know who that's written by?
Well, the way you say it sounds a bit like, is it Radiohead?
Tom York, you're thinking? No.
No.
Let's get the party started. I'm
'Cause
coming up.
I'm coming up.
I'm coming up.
Is it-
Careful, I'm
hold on.
coming up. Let's get the party started,
Another
please.
one more guess. Is it Johnny Rotten? Is
It's
Johnny
not written, but
Go on.
this is the truth. It's written by that woman with the goggles and the big hat that used to be in Four Non-Blondes.
Is it?
It's written by her.
Oh, you're not thinking of Snork, are you?
No,
From
no.
Banana Splits.
No, I oft got the two confused.
Yeah.
But, no.
Sorry, Goggle and the big hat.
She had a big hat, didn't
I
she?
know-
And a
I
pair
know
of goggles
exactly
and
the one
kind
you
of
mean.
sort of
What
a
do you
sort
mean
of Jippo
goggles?
look about her.
What do you mean goggles? You can't say Jippo. What do you mean goggles?
What's the
Those
correct word to
flying
say?
goggles.
Gypsy. Jippo is, yeah, it's a terrible derogatory term. It's like...
Well, she looked like some kind of scrounger, and she sort of had like matted dreadlocks, and you know,
selling clothes pegs?
yeah.
Right,
She,
now listen.
Lucky Heather.
Yeah.
She had a big leather
Do you
hat.
remember when you got stopped with Lucky Heather and you
I
didn't
don't
buy
wanna
it?
talk about
And then
it.
you
I
had some
don't
bad
wanna- I
luck?
had some bad luck about 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
So I always stop and buy some now.
yeah. So hold
I
on,
got
so...
shed loads of it at home.
so
Because I don't know when you got to throw it away. They don't tell you how long you've got to keep it for the good luck.
6th of January.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, keeping it after that's bad luck. I'm
Yeah.
getting confused again, aren't I?
No, what it was...
I don't know which myth to believe in.
Right, stop it. Let's go back
Go on.
to, I've got a party started
So
going on
when are you
upstairs.
coming up?
Yeah. That is, as
So
I say...
Fleagle, she's
Is
the
that
big...
her name?
No, that's one of the Banana Splits.
Now you've confused me.
Fleagle's the one with the big teeth and
Right.
the goggles.
Right.
Snork is the one with basically. To be honest, I think it's an elephant.
Okay.
I think they've pretended they've made up an animal.
There's so many people listening who don't know who the Banana Splits are.
The Banana Splits.
Banana Splits.
So, right. Listen, they know the Banana Splits are, and even people under 20 know that. Snork, Fleagle, Drooper. Who was the other one?
If you can remember the name of that.
Yeah, what's the number? Because I actually want to know this. This is what radio's for. When I can't think of something, they tell me.
Yeah. So
It's
which one have you got?
08700
Fleagle,
800 1234.
Drooper and Snork.
I've no idea.
God. Fleagle, Drooper and Snork. Da-da, da-da, Drooper and Snork. Fleagle. Bingo!
Nice. Well done. Don't bother calling.
Sorry.
that particular tragedy or that has been avoided.
Bingo. I
Yeah,
don't know what
the
bingo
moment's
looks
passed.
like. Yeah. There was one.
Anyway.
There was one that had sewn up eyes. Drooper, I think. Sorry, go on.
No, anyway, my point was this.
Go
that,
on. Pink.
Oh, I can't be bothered.
No, really?
can't be bothered.
I think we can play that new one by Pink.
You
'cause it's
cannot
sort of
play
like,
Pink.
Why? Because it's too poppy.
They just won't allow Pink on XFM.
They what?
They will not allow Pink on XFM.
They what? They...
Wait a minute, that's red rag to a bull.
I've always been a rebel.
Someone's telling you that you can't do something. That's crazy. Right, let's
I'm
also
gonna
get the new Justin Timberlake single.
Well,
I
the
tell you
thing
what.
is, Ricky, you're going to have to nip down and have a word with Foxy, because we haven't got it up here.
Really?
Yeah. I
I'd
mean,
love
he'll
to.
have it.
Can't
but-
you call someone at Capital Radio?
Well, you know,
Can we call some...
What's that one by Busted? That's what I go to school for.
What about Abs?
Dynamite. Abs, the new one from Abs. Dynamite.
Yeah. Well, play a record and we'll discuss this Pink thing.
would you want a bit of cat?
Oh, Cat Stevens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bit of
Cat's
that.
Bullet 4. This is Sittings. Lovely. Piano and everything, isn't it?
Oh, this was the tune we were originally going to use as the theme music for TV's The Office. That starts
Yeah.
again on Monday, I think. It's 12 o'clock.
Just play it. Cat Stevens and Sitting.
I couldn't find Pink, Rick, but I've got the S Club Juniors. What do you think?
Pink is all right.
Magic
Just
carpet
because it hasn't got the credibility of like new punk and new metal, it's a good tune. It's all right. We've never been snobby. We've never worried about credibility, have we?
Hearsay? They're all down there. I can go and get them.
I'll tell you what. If you're going to do that, I'm just going to play adverts from now on. Can we play some adverts? Supergrass. Grace on XFM 104.9. I've been forgetting to say that.
Yes.
It's all gone to pot. Isn't it? I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant.
Hello there.
Little Karl's not here. Claire Sturgess is here.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Yeah.
Cracking? Yeah.
Now, I think we can play Pink, you know?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be responsible for it.
No?
I mean, I don't have a problem particularly with the lady. You know, she's made a good effort with it, and I think, but apparently it's either number one or it's likely to be number one
Really?
this week. So,
So it's not that rebellious, me
it's not
playing this.
particularly rebellious.
No.
But I don't know. I mean, what worries me is that whether the audience will turn against you and that you'll lose all musical credibility.
Have I got any?
No,
Have I did have any?
Very little.
Really?
I had an email just now, and I think maybe this answers why we didn't get very many calls about the give us a crazy band name or an album title.
Think about the number?
No. They think maybe they're all at the march, the big march, which makes a lot of sense because I would imagine a lot of the sort of losers that listen to our show.
What's the march
Probably
about?
also agree that they should go and protest about a war.
Oh, it's the anti-war march, yeah.
It's against the war.
So, well, I don't really know the ins and outs of this whole thing, really. I mean, it sounds like it's a long way away.
I suppose it's like, yeah, they were asked if they wanted a war, and they said no. Is that so bad, Steve?
Yeah. No, I mean, good luck to him. I don't think it's going to have much effect, to be honest.
You don't think?
No, I don't really believe in all that. I don't think he's worried in the slightest. A couple of sort of dropouts and some sort of junkies are in the streets, you know.
Well, you say that, but what's their names? Specials, Free Nelson Mandela. 8 years later, he was out.
That's true enough.
So
that's absolutely. I forgot about that.
I think they were. Yeah.
And Live Aid sorted out world hunger.
Yeah, that was done.
So that was. But I see the difference there is
Ebony and Ivory, no more racism now.
But musicians...
That was done.
Rick, you see musicians were involved there. Yeah. I don't think any musicians are involved this time. I think David Albarn's there.
They've probably taken their bongos and their didgeridoos. You can see they're walking down now, loads of ponchos.
Yeah.
You were going to wear a poncho once, because you thought it'd make you more of a hit with the ladies, weren't you?
Oh, but they're so now, ponchos. In Topshop, they are so now.
So you'd have been ahead of your time.
As ever.
You see, I think if you wait a couple of years, those clogs will be in.
Exactly. This is what I'm hoping. What about this pipe? I like to think that they're going to... The pipe is definitely on the way back at some point. The pipe. What do you think of a lady... sorry, as a lady, what do you think of a man who smokes a pipe?
I think it's lovely.
Do you think it's quite sexy?
Very sexy,
Because I think it's quite
I wouldn't want to snog
It takes your breath away. What?
Because I've given up smoking, Steve.
Yeah, it takes...
Well, I won't be giving you a blowback. I don't know what that phrase is, Rick. I gambled with that phrase. I don't know if a blowback... I think that could be obscene. I've got no idea what a blowback is.
No, I think it is very, very sexy in a sort of a Val Doonican kind of way.
He never smoked a pipe.
Did
he not?
No, he smoked a goat.
Oh, right.
Well, he sang about smoking a goat.
But what
about
worries
Paddy
me,
McGuinness goat, it blew
you know,
up.
if you look at pictures of the great sort of thinkers of our time, and, you know, maybe they're at college or university in the sort of 1930s, you got those great, you know, the great thing of people who became the great artists of our century, and you see pictures of them in Oxbridge when they're 19, they're all smoking pipes in tweed suits.
Yeah.
No young people now are smoking pipes. I fear that it's going to be dead in like 15 years. I don't think anyone's going to be smoking pipes.
But I think, again,
I feel like maybe it's maybe with a certain profile, maybe I've got to try and bring it back.
Bring it back. I think
you know,
so.
then we could be seeing kids in Topshop on a Saturday.
and let's not forget sniffing snuff.
Some snuff.
My nan used to sit there with 2 brown stains just dribbling from her nose.
Lovely.
And that bit of snuff and some gin.
Well, this is it. Because my friend always said if he won millions of pounds, he'd spend it all trying to bring back as a fashion accessory the cape.
The cape?
Because I think the cape... Because you can make such an entrance with the cape.
And a cane.
A cape and a cane, yeah, and a top hat. I wish people had to wear hats now.
I couldn't carry it off because of my shape and size. I look like Bertie Bassett. Whereas you look Basil Rathbone.
I'd look pretty good at all sort of Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd sweep into a room, you know,
I know.
bellow behind me.
I think you look like... Don't get this wrong. Don't take this wrong. Like, we're mates. I think you look like a freak with a cape on.
Okay.
So...
All right, well...
And at which point would you take it one step further and add the deerstalker, you know, and go the whole Sherlock Holmes route?
I'd have the cape, the pipe, the deerstalker, and I'd solve crimes.
It'd be great. It'd look like some sort
You could be my fat companion.
I could be. What, sort of like get padding and stuff? Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah.
I'd like to solve more crimes, if I'm being truthful. I would love to solve crimes. Just to solve one crime would be great.
I wouldn't matter if I solved it. If the police came to me and said, I'd just look at the first bit, I go in.
Yeah.
Just get it off the streets, you know what I mean? Just like, tick, done that.
Sure, yeah. But I just feel there'd be something, I feel like maybe because you know, like in TV shows, it always used to be, you know, they were a doctor who also solved crimes, they were a plumber, they solved crimes.
Quincy.
You know, But, you know, a couple of sort of BAFTA-winning writers,
what did Heart to
who
Heart
also
do?
solve crimes.
That'd be good,
that'd be great.
What did Heart to Heart do? They were just millionaires.
They were just a millionaire couple who would invariably you know, what was the Murder She Wrote?
They did that every week, though. Every week, Heart to Heart.
Murder She Wrote. She wrote it and she solved it.
She always solved it.
It's brilliant. Murder She Did wouldn't have been such a good sort of thing. No.
But this is what you don't seem to get that anymore. You know, people who do one job for a living. You know, DJ who also solves crimes. The DJ who solved crime, that was Shoestring.
Was he a DJ?
Yeah.
He was a private ear, wasn't he? He was a private ear on the radio.
Is that what was the thing they did?
Not a private eye, private ear.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
And how did he solve it? He worked out clues for call-ins and stuff.
Yeah.
No, he used to leave the building. He didn't just sit there and play records and then try and guess.
That's great.
Give us a call on the usual number if you've got any idea who murdered.
Now it's snitch hour. Got a letter here. Who reckons she knows?
I know a lot of my friends are big fans of Midnight Caller. Do you remember Midnight Caller? Was he a DJ who solved crimes?
Yeah, it was one of those late night things in America, wasn't it?
But was he a DJ? He solved crimes, didn't he?
I don't know if he'd solved crimes or just solved...
If you've ever solved a crime, email us.
Puzzles. He had one of those puzzler books. Weren't you on the front cover of Puzzler once? One of those things you get. Weren't you?
Puzzler.
Was I?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, it was your other friend who's a
mine,
DJ,
it was Puzzler magazine.
That's it, yeah.
So was Puzzler a rude thing?
No, it's one of those things that you
Those puzzle books you can buy.
Actually, it's a puzzler.
You do for coach journeys, and they just put people's pictures on without permission.
Yeah.
I don't think they're just like, well, I didn't give permission. They just find like celebrities, and they just get their picture and they stick them on the front.
Well, they would have used me then, would they?
Well, I forgot. I didn't. Hey, Pink.
Should we play Pink?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't live by the rules.
Be on your head. Here we go.
That was the Strokes, and kids are mental.
Yeah. No, you're all right.
No, shut up.
No, the thing is, I think if we'd introduced that as just, and we didn't mention who it was, and we just said this is the new one from one of those trendy new bands, you know, the Boomtown Rats. then I'm sure these listeners would have happily accepted it. As it was, they knew it was Pink, and the phone lines have gone crazy. We had upwards of 2 calls. I'll tell you this, we had between 2 and 4 calls. And they've not enjoyed it.
Why do we do this show? We don't need to do this show.
Because you love us.
We could be on Radio 1.
Oh man,
we could be on Radio 2 probably. Yeah. I don't know. Virgin, I think called once.
Yeah. Someone just emailed. They just said, "Pink sounds like Run for the Sun" by Bucks Fizz. I can see what they're thinking. I can see what they're thinking.
What do they want then?
Well, yes.
Okay. What's the phone number again?
You know what people like. I never understand who phones a radio. Who tries? It took us like 2 hours to fail to get through to Chris Moyles. People will phone radio stations. Can you please play the new one by the Strokes? You just buy it, or you'll have the album. Why have you got to hear it on the radio? What difference does that make? Some guy talks at the end and the beginning of it. Yeah. Partially ruins the song. I can't understand who phones up for a request.
We're really alienating our listeners now, aren't we?
Nice
We're going, we don't care what you think, go and buy it. We're going to play what we want and we don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not being particularly funny or interesting. We haven't even got that to fall back on.
I'll tell you what it is, Rick, arrogance.
Laziness.
When you've got a hit TV show in your hand and you've won the awards and you're making the kind of money that you are at those massive corporate gigs.
Yeah.
Where they're paying you thousands of pounds to turn up for 10 minutes. You don't need this.
I mean,
Steve, don't you get that then?
I'm afraid I don't, Claire.
No, we carved it up early on that Steve would not be making the sort of money that I would.
Yes.
And he shook on that.
That was written contractually.
Yeah. So I think.
So you did shake on that.
Oh yeah.
It would be horrible to go back. I don't think he realised quite the difference.
Yeah.
But
the huge success.
I don't think he'd want me to Welsh on it.
Right.
I don't think he'd be happy with himself if I gave him any.
I couldn't live with myself if you gave me some of that cash.
Well, what should we play then? Should we play some Should we play the Strokes or something?
Playing the Strokes.
Go on then. That's
Oh, thank God for that.
Electric Soft Parade. Same way every day. Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
Do you mean me or the listener?
The listener.
Sure.
Is it what? So they didn't like. So they want good music, they see.
Apparently, Rick, they would prefer good music to.
They want good music, do they? Are you sure they want good music?
They appear to want good music, Rick. Why? Hang on, wait a minute. What are you thinking?
I'm going to thinking of playing a really good record next.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
No. They've wound me up now. They want good music. They don't want, right. So I will do a little deal with them.
Okay.
I will play them a fantastic piece of music. As long as they promise to turn the stereo up to number 10.
Wee. What about the neighbours, Rick? Think about the neighbours.
What, you think they'll annoy the neighbours?
They may
Steve, maybe I want them to annoy the neighbours.
Wait a minute.
What?
Rick, you know what that was?
What?
It's the sound of the rule book being torn up.
Yes! Yeah.
Rick.
Yeah. You think I'm playing with fire?
It sounds like it.
Maybe I like getting burned.
Oh, careful, Rick, careful. Because you could scold your hands, but what about your elbows? I wish I knew what that meant. I wish I knew what that meant. I didn't really think that through.
This is a great piece of music by one of the greatest bands ever. Okay, it's one of their best songs.
Yeah, that's true enough.
It is long.
It's a long tune.
Well, you know what?
What, you can't handle that?
You can't. You don't want 8 minutes of
you don't want 8 minutes of cracking music?
Yeah, listen to this.
Switch off your radio.
No, seriously, turn the radio up.
Crank
it up. Go.
Rock it up.
That makes up for Pink, doesn't it?
Oh, Man Alive. Oh,
It's an amazing track.
It's incredible.
It is, I mean, incredible.
It's textbook rock and roll.
But when I was growing up, I had two favourite lyrics of all time, and one of them's in there, meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
Yeah, it sends a shiver down your spine.
It's fantastic. And the other one was, it's on America's tortured brow that Mickey Mouse has grown up a cow.
Nice.
You know what that is?
Nice. Ooh.
Phone in, this will be a competition. What should we give away?
Office.
We haven't got any, have we?
Why don't you just sign your signature on a piece of paper or something? That's got to be worth something in a couple of years.
£4.
Yeah.
£4 you get on
It would
eBay.
cheapen the piece of paper.
Yeah, not if it's a rubbish bit of paper.
I've had an
which
email here.
I probably would sign.
There's an email here from Davey
Look,
Monroe.
it's lit up. No, wait a minute. Look at that.
Oh my God!
They've gone mad. They answer it. Put them live.
Oh.
They might know the answer.
Hang on.
We'll give them some. We'll give them some CD.
How do you put it live?
While you figure that out, let me just read this email.
Go on.
If you're having to play, it says here, if you're having to play extra ad breaks and 8-minute long songs, it just goes to show who provides all the material for that radio show of yours. Did Karl secretly write The Office as well? And I think to myself, it's like, what do you want from us?
Just see if someone's on
One
the
of the
phone.
most incredible rock and roll tunes ever laid down on vinyl, and you're whinging?
I know.
Because you'd rather have our inane banter. What kind of a person are
No,
you?
they'd rather have Carl's inane
Well,
banter.
clearly.
Don't big your
I
roll
just-
up.
no,
They don't
no.
want us at all, Steve.
I've just had a phone call from a very nice girl saying, "Where's Karl?" I said, "Well, you know, he's back next week. What's wrong with me?" She went, "No, you're lovely, Claire." She said, "But Karl calms the other two down."
Sure.
Really?
Sure.
Can we just see if someone's on the phone? Is
Yeah, go
anyone
on
there?
then.
we got?
Right, what are we going to give him? We're going to give him
We
some
got nothing.
CDs or
We're
something.
running on
Well,
it.
take the name. Right.
Anyone there? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, God, there's someone there.
Oh, I've got to put my headphones on.
Oh,
haven't
hang
I?
on. Oh,
what
can't
was
you
the
see?
what was the lyric again?
Stay
Rick?
there, please.
All right.
It's on America's tortured brow that Mickey Mouse has grown up a cow.
Life on Mars. David
Life on Mars, David Bowie. It's easy as that.
He.
What's your name?
It's John Ball.
John Ball.
John, I'll be honest with you, we got nothing. We got nothing to give you.
It's not good enough.
No, we'll get him some. We'll give him an office CD.
He doesn't.
and
We can't keep doing that, Rick. It's
We've got
pathetic.
nothing
Yes,
else.
you
They don't
can.
give us anything, do they? They don't. It's a wonder we get into the building. No one's
know,
around
I know.
on Saturdays. No one cares.
Office DVD.
Yeah,
What would
okay.
you really like, though, if you could have anything?
Yeah, Office DVD.
See?
There you
Fair
go.
enough, fair
Brilliant. Okay.
Stay on the line, mate, and I'll get you details, okay?
Excellent. That was a competition. We did. That was like real radio.
Well done.
It was like real radio. Now we've got to play David Bowie, haven't we? That's what they
Calm
do.
down, Rick, you are- I can see what you
no,
mean.
but Foxy would have it
Well,
lined up.
Rick, you're going to have a heart attack.
Am I?
Live on air. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a dramatic radio, and that's Sony Award winning. I know that. Any kind of, I seem to remember when Tony Blackburn had his breakdown on there. I think, did he win awards for that? I mean, it was pretty impressive
Probably.
stuff. It was pretty intense.
Yeah. What breakdown
Yeah,
award?
Have a breakdown, yeah.
Excellent.
This year's best breakdown on radio.
Tony Blackburn.
Yeah, but
For Tessa, marry me.
yeah, it was something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did he play the same song again and again and again? Must
Did
have
he?
been fascinating radio.
Uh,
That sounds like Capital Now.
oh, it's that satire.
High five.
Is that a nice
We've
one?
done there.
Oh, well done. Well
Oh,
done.
Are we owned by Capital?
You've
We are,
got,
aren't we?
yeah. Remember what happened last time?
Sure.
And now Richard Park, who owned Capital, is the Grandmaster. What?
The Grandmaster?
He's a grandfather. No, he's a
Headmaster.
headmaster of Fame Academy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, let's play a record now, because you have to lie down, because you're just getting so worked up and now. I can tell when there's an excitement and enthusiasm, and sweat, beads of sweat run down
Well,
your
it
brow.
started off so badly, we had nothing, but then I did a competition, gave away some things. You've got an email that really annoyed you, haven't you?
Well, we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever I see beads of sweat, I know, because that's not the
Jeez.
Ricky Gervais I know.
Okay.
It worries me. You never work yourself up into any kind of sweat. so
Okay,
you need to
let's
just
play
chill
it.
out,
Let's,
calm down.
we're going so well now, aren't we? What about a bit of Beck? Would
Let's
that
play a lovely bit of Beck, just to
Yeah.
chill everything out, just
Yeah,
calm everything
yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, relax. Okay,
Yeah.
there you are, you
Yeah.
see, he's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Beck. Beautiful, that.
Good tune.
Brilliant.
Good tune. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Lost Cause, XFM 104.9. It's going well, isn't it?
Oh, I'm loving it.
Right, let's do something else then.
Yeah.
Adverts or something.
Adverts, I'd love to hear some adverts.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
There it is. Life on Mars, with that great lyric by David Bowie.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Although, it's not quite as good as, what was the one, was it Jeff Lynne? The chances of anything coming from Mars are a million to one, and yet they come.
Yeah, and still they come.
And still they come, and
I wonder
still
what
they
you get.
come.
Would you get that on Ladbrokes?
I'd like to
A
see,
million
yeah.
to one.
But it's
Yeah.
a million to one, and still they come. Claire.
Yeah,
And still
yeah.
They, come.
They didn't know the odds. They go, what are you doing? It's a million to one. It's
Yeah,
what?
some guy in
There's
that-
a million to one on you. We should have put a bet on. You didn't tell me you were
You should have
coming.
notified us. We could have split it 50-50.
We
I
could have
made
fiddled it a little
fortune.
bit. I could have gone, wow. I could have probably got them up to a million and a half.
Gorg, what were
Now
you
you're
thinking?
here. We're never going to get good
Oh,
odds.
Gorg, the chances of that.
Gorgie.
The chances of that happening were a million
What
to
have you
one.
come for? They've probably come for that.
Well, why didn't you
quash.
sneak in?
They've come for that quash drink, haven't they, again?
You could have snuck
Oh,
down.
what are
you
you
could have
doing?
let us know and flown back and then made another.
You know that fella? We come for that drink you call quash. I bet he'd get off with snork. Wouldn't he?
Possibly.
He'd meet it
Are
on
you
the
thinking
pitch.
of weird stuff again? You're thinking of crazy ideas again. What about those Smash aliens? What, you got something on them, have you? The
Yeah,
little-
you know, they went out, right, without an umbrella.
Oh,
Poured down.
it
they
rained.
got...
I knew it would. I knew it would.
Anyway.
Oh, anyway, David Bowie.
Now, look,
beautiful.
this is spiralling. Can I just mention Lynn, who's just phoned because she was queuing up all night outside the Apollo for Bowie tickets, and she got a pair, so
Oh,
she's
well
dead
done.
happy. Can you
Excellent.
dedicate that to everyone who's queuing up? So
Yeah.
So
Best
do
of luck
that.
to them. Gee.
And I wanted to tell you about the time Bowie came into XFM to talk to Zoe Ball.
David came in, did he? Was this recently?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I'm not going to mention her name. She works in the office, Charlotte. When he walked by her desk, which you have to do when you come to the studio, she didn't actually meet him, shake his hands, or make eye contact, but she actually cried because he was in her vicinity.
Really?
And she actually burst into tears when he walked by. Isn't
Rick,
that, I
I've
love
made
that.
women do that. So, you know.
You've got something in common.
Well, a little something in common with David Bowie.
They whimper and weep when you're in. You know what I mean? It's sort of like...
There's a lot more screeching as well.
Yeah.
A lot of screaming.
Tell them about that email you just
Well,
got.
this guy-
Right, I got to tell I nearly said the fans! People who happen to be listening to XFM waiting for the
Yeah.
person after us. Who's on next?
Natasha's
Natasha.
not with the football show.
Right, Steve was genuinely annoyed. I laughed, right? Steve is genuinely annoyed. He doesn't like rudeness or people insulting him from a
Right.
distance.
I'm not sure I can find it.
Oh, what was
Annoyingly.
it? Oh, you got to find it.
Well, hang on, let me,
Oh, hang on.
This is good radio as well. The sound of a mouse clicking in the distance.
Well,
I'll
it's
just keep
your- you sprung
talking.
it on
I'll
me.
just keep talking.
Can't you can come up with some magic?
What was Scooby-Doo on about? A talking dog? That's a bit weird, isn't it? Oh, what is that? And then, right, what was that? Wacky Races? I don't know if... I don't know, wait a minute. So why did they run, the cavemen, if they had the car?
I've got it. I've
Go
got
on.
it.
Right.
Okay. This is an email. This is an email that was sent through.
Right.
And this is my feeling. I think if you're going to email an insult, you've got to at least be clear what the insult is. You can't make me do the work. You can't make me try and guess or figure out.
No, it's like sending someone hate mail and they have to pay postage.
Yeah, exactly.
You
exactly.
go, well, if you're going to...
Yeah, exactly. Or making an obscene phone call, but collect. Collect call.
The postman asks you 25p before he hands you a letter bomb.
Yeah.
Go on.
It says, merchant. It opens with merchant. Who are you, call sad, exclamation mark. At least my mother still don't cut my hair. Merchant. Who are you, call sad? At least my mother still don't cut my hair.
Is it an anagram?
I don't know. I feel like it's been translated from the French.
Yeah. It's a Japanese fella who hates
exactly,
you.
exactly.
And he's
There's a
got
machine, yeah.
he's got a Japanese English dictionary. It's just literal. So how does he know your mum cuts your hair then? You've never said that on there, have you?
It's not true, Gervais.
Can I just say, I think your hair looks really nice,
Thanks
Steve.
so much.
I've known you for about 5 years now. It looks lovely.
I laughed at you needing someone to say it. It looks fine. Yeah, it looks good.
What do you mean it looks fine?
It does look good. It looks good. He's got a little bit of product on it, hasn't he?
Yes.
Maybe I have. Maybe I
A little
have.
bit of hair gel. What do you use?
Maybe Gavin had his fingers all over it yesterday. Yeah, I have my hair cut by Gavin of West Hampstead.
Is
He
it
does a
called?
good
Is
job.
that what it's called, Gavin? Or is he a bloke who works in?
It is Gavin who works in
Do
the
you
barber
use
shop.
that fudge
Right.
stuff on
Sorry,
your
it's,
hair?
no, but
I
seriously.
use a form of clay, a moulding clay.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Mad.
Gavin
It's
recommended
mad.
it.
Yeah.
Gavin recommended it, and I've been very happy so far.
Hold on though.
Rick, what do you use?
I don't.
Yeah.
I just sort of.
Well, that's obvious.
No, I just sort of like comb it back and whatever way it falls, really.
Yeah.
But
You had more questions about Gavin?
yeah, no.
I was up seeing Gavin yesterday, just having a haircut. There's nothing untoward, and I thought I popped past Habitat. There's a Habitat, and it's quite a trendy kind of designer furniture shop or whatever.
Sure.
And I popped in there. I thought I'll pick up the sort of brochure, the catalogue. There was a big stack of the new
You were
catalogue.
stunned by the prices you're going to tell me, aren't you?
No, I'll tell you what. I was about walking out with the guy. Went, "Hey, where are you going with the hair? It's a great looking haircut, but where are you going with that catalogue?" I went, "What do you mean?" He went, "It's £2. You've got to pay £2 for a catalogue from Habitat." And I said, "Well, I could go down to Argos. I can get as many as I want for free. I can go crazy in Argos. I can get them Littlewoods, the mail order people.
Yeah.
They'll send it to my home.
Yeah.
I got to pay There's lingerie in that one. You know, you've just got like some furniture and stuff." And I'm paying £2 from it. If there were some ladies draped over the kind of filing cabinets, I'd be interested. I'd pay
I love the fact
£2.
that you. Then what did you say though? You didn't say I can go down to Argos and get as many as I like. What did you
did.
say?
Yeah, I did. I said, well, what are you talking about? This is, why am I paying
Isn't it
£2
weird charging for a catalogue?
But this is a catalogue just to tell me what I might want to buy.
It's sort of their calling card. It's like paying for a poster or a sticker.
Exactly. This is what. It's almost like paying an entrance fee to go into the shop.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
It's a good. I mean, because it's good to just walk around and browse. So, I mean, I'd pay £1 to walk around a really good shop.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this, if Habitat maybe had some kind of, like, sort of centrefold...
Why don't you do this?
I'd be interested.
I'll tell you what, in a great shop like Habitat, you pay £1, right? If you buy anything, that comes off the thing. If you don't buy anything, you've paid £1 to stop wasting their time.
It's an incentive to buy.
I wouldn't like it.
Sure.
I wouldn't go in there. I think it's a terrible idea.
Well, anyway, that's
what should we play?
That was a sideways look at the world of high street shops.
I think you should play the award-winning Ms. Dynamite.
Yeah,
oh,
go on.
She's cracking.
Yeah, Ms. Dynamite. Good, that, isn't it?
It's cracking. Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah. Mercury award-winning.
Absolutely.
Well done.
Yeah, good luck to her. Good luck to her.
I must admit, I wanted the streets, but
I love
the Streets.
she's a very good second choice, and you know, wish her all the luck in the world.
All the luck in the world.
I'm looking at your hair.
It's not bad, is it?
And you have bigged it up, so you're quite. So I assume you didn't go to a barber. You've gone. This
This
actually
is a hairdresser's. This is
Right.
Gavin of West
Okay,
Hampstead.
I'm going to ask you now,
Yeah.
right? And I'm not going to take the mickey, even if it's £100. I'd think you're a fool, and I know you wouldn't pay that much. But it's obviously more than the £5 then, isn't
Yes.
it? How much did you pay?
Ricky Gervais, for this haircut, I paid the princely sum, and I was proud of it, 22 notes. But
That's all right.
But I went up to 24 because I was pleased with what I had. Little tip for him.
£2 tip.
£2 tip. I could have just given him one of those Habitat catalogues. He'd have been pleased with that.
I love
Just
about
flap that on the desk.
Yeah, and he'd have gone, thanks very much. And you'd
yeah.
have to go, I'm going to be honest, Gavin, that is not free.
Exactly.
If that had been an Argos catalogue, then throw me out of it with an insult.
exactly.
Look at the price. Go £2. You go, yeah. That £2 is yours.
That's yours. You're taking that home.
Would you prefer the money? What should we do?
Yeah.
We're going to usually play a new one around this time. What new adverts have we got?
We've got plenty here.
Oh, come on, let's
Come
go.
on. Are you in it?
No.
Badly drawn boy. I imagine that's starting a British film. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? They're jumping on a London bus and they're going around London.
Well, of course, the film about a boy, he did the soundtrack for. So if you were a little bit more up on films and stuff, you'd have already known that idea's been done, and you wouldn't have embarrassed yourself, and there wouldn't be egg on all our faces.
Oh,
but
no.
thanks very much.
Sorry
Rick.
about that, I'm eating. I'm very messy, aren't I?
yeah.
What have you got, Steve? What have you got for
Rick,
me?
I'm glad you've asked. Thanks for asking. This is a Stevie Wonder track. Now, I hope people aren't as offended by Stevie as they were by Pink.
I'm sure they won't be.
I mean, for goodness sake, he's one of 20th century's greatest artists.
Yeah.
This is from an album, not one of his more famous, Fulfillingness's first finale.
Yeah.
And this is a track called You Haven't Done Nothing. But Rick, here's a little quiz for you, a little pop quiz for you.
Oh.
There is a very famous backing vocal group here. I mean, they were famous in their own right, but here they're doing backing vocals. I'd like you to identify them. And there's an Office DVD winging its way to you, Ricky, if you can spot who it is. Let's
Right,
hear it.
okay, the pressure's on.
Oh, magnificent. Do you not enjoy
Brilliant.
that?
Excellent.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Stevie Wonder, You Haven't Done Nothing from Fulfillingness's first finale. It's quite tricky, that, the backing vocals.
Well,
They're
I
not
never get
particularly
that.
prominent,
well,
are they?
it can't, and it could be anyone. That's why I just go for someone that's a vocal group with, I don't know. Is it obvious or is
It's
it...
very obvious.
What, that it would be that they would back him?
It's not obvious that they would back him, but it's obvious that, I mean, they are huge stars, or they were huge stars.
And what is, was it, what, mid-70s? Early 70s?
Talking mid-70s. 1974 is the album. There's an Office
It's not,
DVD winging its way
not
to
the
you.
Jackson 5 or
It's the
something like
Jackson
that.
5.
Is it really?
There they are, well done.
Well, there you
There
go.
are, yeah.
Well
I mean, that's how
done.
big Stevie was, that he could ask the Jackson 5 just to stroll in
There you go.
with some fairly
See?
nondescript backing vocals. stuff.
First album I ever got, Jackson 5.
Was it? Which
Yeah.
one?
It was the one with Rockin' Robin on it.
Nice. Did you rock to that? I imagine you did.
I walked
Grooved around to that. How old were you? What were you talking? 18?
I was about, I suppose, I don't know, 11 or 12, and I had one of those little cassette players when you had to press down play and what's it, and it had a little handle that came out,
They're brilliant, yeah.
and I had one CD with it. And
Well, one tape.
one tape, yeah.
Sure. And you bought it yourself, did you? Or
No,
did
no,
you-
that was a Christmas present.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And that was the only one you had for, like, I imagine, like a year or something. Just
Well,
that one
it's-
tape,
yeah,
endlessly played.
until I-
What was
yeah.
your first record purchase?
It was
Sturgess?
a Disco Fever compilation. Well, actually called Disco Fever, and I got it because I loved Yes
Wait a
Sir,
minute.
I Can
What, are you
Boogie.
embarrassed about having your mobile on, or what?
Something's vibrating, and I'm assuming
Sorry.
it's a mobile.
Oh, so it's my boyfriend. Oh. I did turn the ringer off. Oh, sorry.
So what, is a Disco Fever compilation?
Yeah, featuring Baccarat, Yes Sir, I Can Boogie.
Cracking.
Yeah.
And Space Float On, I think, which is what I want. What I wanted.
Float On, that
yeah,
one?
that's one. Yeah,
That's the Floaters, isn't it?
The Floaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always made me laugh.
Larry.
Yeah.
My name's...
I
yeah.
don't know.
Magic Fly by Space.
Oh, right.
Do you remember that
no,
one?
I don't.
No, yeah.
No.
I don't know if my first purchase is cool or not, really, because I suppose it seems like it was. It was the greatest hits of the Stranglers.
That is so
we
cool.
thought
Are the
it was
Stranglers
different.
quite cool?
That's
Yeah.
scary, because, I finished school by the time that came out, I think. That's scary. The Greatest of the Stranglers, no, I was
Well, I
never
think
a
that's more to
Stranglers
do with the
fan.
fact that my parents didn't have any records in the house. They had, I think they had the Jeff Love Orchestra plays big war theme tunes. That's how they had one of those Top of the Pops albums with a woman wearing a neckerchief on the cover.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it. And the 1812 Overture, you know, played
I
on
had
the
one of
fiddle or
those.
something.
I had one of those with Mozart's 40th on it, because that was released at the time.
Oh, that wasn't obviously Mozart's 40th birthday. That'd have been a wild swing.
I'm not
If he'd
that
made
old.
it that far, that'd have been a wild
that'd have
night.
been great,
I'd love to
wouldn't
hear that on record.
How old was he when he died?
He was quite young, wasn't
I
he?
didn't live long that
18
time, did
or
I?
something? He was a genius.
No.
He was a boy wonder.
Yeah,
He was one wonder.
He grew up.
But what people don't
It was like Alec Jones. It was all over by the time he was 11.
What a lot of people don't realise about Mozart was that he also, in his spare time, used to solve crimes. Yeah, that was why he was so... That was what musical crimes. He would often say
we've
plagiarism
come full
issues, things
circle
like that.
now,
We have
haven't we?
indeed. We've
Yeah,
brought that
yeah.
right back. We should
Actually,
brought
I
that right
hate to interrupt you, boys,
Go
but
on,
we
so then
have
the
got
end.
to squeeze one more song in
Gotta wrap
before.
it up,
Well,
yeah, break.
what should we do? What should we have?
What have we got there, Claire?
Well,
We haven't
I've-
thought this
What's the
through.
story?
I've got
We
this
don't-
this one I want to play you. I want
What is
you
it?
to-
What
by
is
the
it?
Electric Six.
It better be good, because if you end a show with it, I mean, we've had lots of faux pas
This
and really
is going
bad
to
bits.
be possibly the biggest song of 2003,
You think so?
Rick.
Go on then.
Man
Yeah.
alive.
Electric
So this is it.
Six.
Thanks very much indeed, Claire, for
Cheers,
coming down.
thank you.
No, it's a
been
pleasure.
No, it
Yeah.
really
Is
was
Karl
good
back
fun.
next week?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, just he doesn't care, does he?
Yeah.
Can we just quickly say, so you're on Parkinson tonight then, Ricky, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And the office starts, what is it, Monday?
This is easier, this, isn't it? And there's a DVD winging its way.
Hey!
I guess I do want one.
See you next week.